Hello Aries and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for May the 16th through to the 31st. Now before I was just picked up the cards and before I even managed to shuffle, the Two of Wands, Mars Aries came out. So that felt like a right card for you. I'm going to put that right up the top. So this is a general reading, Aries, so just take what feels right and leave the rest. So it does feel like you're wanting to take up something new, start something new, or at least a decision around that might need to be made if you haven't already done it. And it may require leaving something behind as well. So really it's about starting something new, which is fantastic. Yep, this is a general reading. Aries, just take what feels right and leave the rest. And also this week I've been on a bit of a time limit, so I am trying to keep the readings to around the 20-minute mark, and the extended reading is also going to be around the 20-minute mark as well. Because I've gone away and had less time, I've had to keep everything to the time limit. So that means that the extended readings are also going to be at a special price this fortnight of 30% off. So it's a great opportunity to go check that out if you wanted to check out the extended. So I'll talk about that a bit later, but let's see what else is coming through for you, Aries, in terms of this fire starter energy that's coming through. What else does Aries need to know? The cards, that card just popped out and the rest of them are like, oh no, that's all we really want to focus on. But we'll see what else is coming out around this. I'm going to split this because we don't have all day to wait, do we, Aries? So the Pentacles 6, Mercury, Taurus, okay, wanting to see some growth, probably wanting to see more money coming in. And the Nine of Cups, Moon, Pisces, and this has to be something that's very fulfilling as well. Could be very creative, making some money out of some creativity for some of you. But yeah, it feels good. It feels like, yeah, very determined, wanting to start something new. So let's see what's coming in around this, Aries. We'll pull some more cards. But yeah, it feels like a real positive movement forward. The Two of Wands again. That's come out twice. That's like the main. You can hear the kookaburras in the background. It's the main energy. Starting something, picking something up. The world is in your hands. What are you going to do with it? Crossed by the Nine of Swords, so it might be stressing you a little bit. The idea of even starting or the idea of not starting, depending on what that is. Oh my gosh, and you are turning up as the Emperor. Wow, you are turning up so strong. Like Aries, Aries, Aries. That is amazing. And at the base, the Queen of Pentacles. So it's kind of like fire and earth happening so full. And then we have, as I said, that Aries came out and went, I'm going to prove you wrong. The Page of Swords. Oh, the big change coming up ahead, the Wheel of Fortune. You are putting in the hard work here with this Eight of Pentacles. And we'll see what else is coming through for you. There's this real strength, you know, you're really playing your trump card. You're really building on your strengths, really just going straight to what you're best at. The Ten of Pentacles coming in fantastic. The Four of Swords and the Devil card. Right, I'm going to pull another card to go with that. The King of Cups. And at the base, the Queen of Swords. Okay, Aries. So this is the situation. We've talked about that, the Two of Wands, really wanting to start something new and wanting to start that up. But yes, it is surrounded by the Nine of Swords, and this could be fear of doing it. It can be overthinking. It can be stress. It can be anxiety. It can be all these things about how do you start up this new thing that you're really, really wanting to bring in, starting something new. So in your mind, you have yourself the Emperor, and this is success, making something a concrete reality, just doing what you want as well, like really doing something you're feeling passionate about that is really you as well, and just stepping into your power, reclaiming something, you know, being really, really powerful in the way you're coming, like playing to your strengths really is what's coming in. So it does feel like, you know, you want to make this happen. And at the base, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is really lovely energy coming through because this is grounding down an idea. saying that this is an idea that really needs to be nurtured. This is all around also looking after your health, checking back in with your body, getting some really strong messages about your body, keeping your body active as well, looking after yourself health-wise, to have the energy to be able to go into this and do this and really, feel like you're feeling good about yourself. And the Queen of Pentacles is also, it's a lovely energy to marry that Six of Pentacles, the Mercury Taurus coming in, which is actually that there could be some kind of gifts of money that you are receiving, or being open to that, be open to what you're giving and receiving, looking at the themes around that. Because, we're not all great at receiving compliments, receiving money, receiving gifts, and we're also not necessarily all great at giving, because we might think that someone might not want it or might not value it. So it's kind of balancing out, it's bringing this lovely balance back in, and it could bring some balance in terms of your money. So how your money's been working for you. So the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles is two really good cards for balancing in relationships, really great for health, really good for money. So I feel like you're going to get a little step up, like a little bit of support from the universe here, probably financially, or appearing in some kind of material resource, whether it's someone helping you. It won't necessarily come in the form of money, but it's kind of saying we're going to give you a little leg up here and help you get started. It's like a startup energy here, get something started. So in the recent past, we have the Page of Swords, and this is lots and lots of energy in terms of your mind, lots of ideas, it could be news, new way of doing things, opening your mind to new possibilities. It could have been learning a lot. You were learning a lot about yourself, your fulfillment, what it is that you really want to do, what you're made of, your own personal strengths. And then you're like, okay, I got it now, tick, put it into action. And so this Page of Swords has been like, in terms of your mind, it's a real Gemini kind of energy. There's been a lot going on inside of your mind, and that's actually been processing a lot, which is why this Nine of Swords could be overthinking, or just too much happening in that regard in the element of air. Too much thinking, not enough action. Little less conversation, a little more action, that Elvis song. So that's kind of like where that's the energy of that. And so that's why it's like, okay, enough talking about this, let's do it. And so in the near future, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is taking action, and a big change comes through. Here comes the change you've been looking for. So it's been really, really positive. It's like, thank goodness, finally something shifts and changes and moves, because that I can see that's going to be a concrete reality. And the Wheel of Fortune is often to do with material resources. So we're seeing this in a positive light here. And you're presenting as the Eight of Pentacles, which is very grounded. It's actually a lovely Virgo energy, like you're ready to put in a lot of hard work, or you have been working hard at this. It's something that you want to commit to, or someone you want to commit to, because it could be a relationship as well. And it's like, wanting to see some sort of, rewards or effort, or just see things move, see some kind of movement happening. The Eight of Pentacles is also could be around looking after your body. I keep getting back to your body, because if things are feeling stuck, Aries, I keep getting move your body, go for a walk, go for a run, whatever it is that you like to do actively with your body. That will help kind of shake off some of this overthinking or fear or stress from this Nine of Swords. You just need to kind of shake that off, is kind of what I'm getting here with this. And then, the energy surrounding you have the Ten of Pentacles. So there's a lot of stability. There's money around that you can kind of mine. This could be a bank, or this could be someone that, that could be lending you money, or investing, an investment of some sort. So there's some kind of financial stability that you can tap into here, which is actually going to be really, really good, I think. And it can be people, like it can be family that can be supportive as well. So that's also really good. And then hopes and fears, we have the Four of Swords. No more laying around. No way. We don't want to be lying around thinking, working things out, understanding things. We want to take action. And so that's why it's kind of like, no, yes, but no thanks. But if any of this is related to health and any health issue that you may have had, the Four of Swords is actually a really good message to take a break and for health recovery. So that's actually really good as well. And we also have, as the outcome, it's kind of interesting, this outcome, the Devil and the King of Cups. And so I feel like patience is a word that I'm being given here, because things are shifting and changing. It's all around the timing of this, Aries, because it may not happen quite in the time frame that you want it to happen at, which will mean that you can get frustrated, or things could feel stuck, or a bigger fear could even come in around this about starting. This is a small thing and then it becomes something bigger and bigger. The longer it gets put off, or the longer something gets delayed, or the period between thought and action, if that starts getting longer and longer, it's like, And so that's why I think you've got the King of Cups. There could be some frustration around this. The King of Cups is really finding some stability within your emotions, so you're not getting angry or frustrated or annoyed or upset or any of those things, because it is happening, but it's just happening in the divine timing. And so that's kind of something that's kind of interesting that's happening here. So the Devil card can mean also new ambition. It can be a highly ambitious energy, and that's what's coming through, is that there's a lot of ambition here. And if you're not seeing the growth and the potential and things happening at the same time, if you're very ambitious and wanting it to happen, that's when the Devil can feel even more stronger, because it's like, why isn't it happening right now? So that is kind of an interesting energy. It's very much, let's do this. And there's some kind of delay that's happening here, even though there is a big change. Things do shift and change. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, and I'm curious to know where that's going in terms of the extended reading. So we have the Queen of Swords here in terms of an overall energy as well at the base of the deck. And this is a Libran energy. And this is actually your polar opposite sign, which is kind of like it's again, with that Six of Pentacles, it's around bringing balance. There is a need for balance. So something, particularly in terms of your mind, where your mind's at, and in terms of relationships, who's on board, who's on side, how is this impacting relationships? It's all of these things that are coming through, and it's very much finding a place where your head is above those clouds of fear and doubt and confusion. It really is saying there's an opportunity to rise above this now. So don't let that Devil energy of huge fear about stepping into it and suddenly feeling vulnerable about moving into this. Don't let that stop you, because it's saying to keep your head above that, to keep your head clear, because every time you start something new, there always is fears, or again, the fact that there could be delays coming with this, there could be fears. But I do feel like it's kind of, this is something you wanted, so wanted to come in. And so it is all about, it just feels like it's something that you can't necessarily control about how it comes, but it does feel like it's coming. So it's it could be that some of you, the opposite could happen, in that it could come in hard and fast. It could come in super fast, and it could be big, and it could be like, whoa, the Devil and the King of Cups could be freak out. So it could be either of those two things. It could appear like it could be a slight delay and frustrated by not happening now, or it could be it's happening so big and so fast so soon, even though this is what I wanted. It was like, whoa, I just need a moment to be able to process this. And it can, like I said, bring up a greater fear. So it's really saying, in terms of the element of air, your mind has been really activated here, but it's really important to keep it clear. And that's what this Four of Swords is actually interesting, because it is, even though you're not wanting to take that time out, or maybe some of you are really wanting that, because it's taking the time out to really make sense of what's happening, understand the stories and the messaging that you're telling yourself or have been told in the past around this, and just deconstructing that, not allowing any negativity in the mind and fear and stress and worry to stop you. To kind of, it's like a huge fear block coming up. So it's kind of interesting like that, Aries, that's coming through. The King of Cups can also be new love. It could be this can all be stepping into a brand new relationship. With the King of Cups, it could be Scorpio, it could be Pisces or Cancer, and a water sign perhaps. Not necessarily so, but the King of Cups is someone that has been hurt before and is not wanting to leap in straight away, even though they might be interested in you. And so that kind of energy can be applicable for whatever situation. This might be you as well, suddenly going, oh, I don't want to get burnt, but I do want to do this. So, yeah, it's all about something to do with the timing that's coming in for you, Aries, about how this is coming through that could be triggering, some wounds, triggering some things. So, but it's really just trying to give you a clear perspective that that's all it is. It's all about the timing. It doesn't mean that it's not a positive thing coming through here, because it does feel really, really positive. So it says, my future is glorious. I now live in limitless love, light, and joy. All is well in my world. Fantastic. And it says, I trust the process of life. And interesting, we can see the little seeds. I love that picture. There is a rhythm and flow to life, and I am part of it. Life supports me and brings to me only good and positive experiences. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good. And that's kind of exactly what it is, because it's like there is this thing that you are stepping into. It's asking you to be really positive about what you're stepping into here and to trust it. And so they're the two things that are kind of coming up, and they're so apt, those two cards. And there was something here about life supports me and brings to me only good and positive experiences. So we are seeing that there's a lot of support here for you. So that's why I'm just saying that any kind of fear around this is just fear of fear itself. It's not actually, there's nothing here to fear or not trust or mistrust. And that's the kind of message that's coming through. And this just came straight out for you, Aries, which is the skull and crossbones. And this is all like a message of warning, danger, don't go down there. And it's kind of saying you're going to get some very, very clear messages about what paths you can trust and what paths you can't. And so to trust that, trust your intuition, trust the messaging that's coming to you, because this is kind of like there's going to be perhaps a very clear no about something, but that's actually going to be really positive because it wasn't right for you. It could have been quite a toxic situation. It could have been poisonous in some way. And so this is kind of interesting. The skull and crossbones is very much no, don't go there. Don't go down that path. Don't go down the path of fear as well. That's another thing that it's going through. So it's and that's why I think, because you've come in so strong as yourself, it really is like, it's like everything's extreme at this moment, like the strengths and the weaknesses, the fear, the excitement. It's all like these extreme opposite energies. And so that's why you're going to get very clear messages about what's right for you and what isn't. So to trust that. Okay. And some of you might be getting a very clear no about somebody as well, or a situation. So to trust that as well. So that's it, Aries. It's kind of interesting because there's all this positive movement forward, like boom, I'm going this way. But then it's kind of like all these fears come up about things that maybe haven't worked out in the past. So just to be aware of that. And that's all it is, fear of the past or fear of something being hurt when you've been hurt before. So that's it. It does seem really, really positive because there is this really positive change coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. So, and yeah, you are being fully supported to step into something new, both emotionally, physically, and resource-wise in terms of money, financially. So it's just the mental side you need to keep an eye on. That's it. So I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, Aries, and we're going to pull some cards for the future, what's coming in with this change. We're going to pull some more cards around the Devil and the King of Cups and find out what else is coming in the future beyond. I'd really like to know more about that. So that's coming in the extended, and then we're going to pull some cards specifically for career, money, love and relationships, and really focus in on those 3 areas. So as mentioned, the extended is going to be slightly shorter this fortnight. So it is going to be at a special discounted price for 30% off. So it's a great time to come in and try the extended and see what it's all about. And because there's always more to it and this reading is kind of, it's not necessarily telling us everything. It's just saying it's almost like a test of trust as well. So we'll see if we get anything more around that. So the link for the extended reading is in the description box below. Love it if you come over. I usually pin it to the comments as well, so that link will be there. And if this is where we're leaving each other and you'd like to support the channel, enjoyed the content, then please like, subscribe, leave a comment or share, because that lets YouTube know that you've appreciated this content and helps grow the channel. So please take care, Aries, and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.